That's a good shot. Hello.
The sun that we left was...
I think we were joking.
It's actually one just in case.
That's cool. I like doing the face because I've got extra stuff as well. So
There's free beer at some point. When we're famous.
I get two of these.
Goes to midnight and we all die.
I jinx it when jinx it doesn't.
Yeah. Whoa, that was great. It happened.
And he'll say, I'm not talking, I'm not asleep anymore. Now. I did say, it's the shot you always wish you were living in. You wish every game was like that.
I'm gonna go to the car. The game is not going to go well for me, I think.
Got 4 hits.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This is when you both I find it.
1 point. So both of them are left on one. So, Joe, game 1.
Game 1, Simon absolutely smashed me. He destroyed all of my inventory. He basically had all the searches and objectives, but my Firestorm, every building that he tried to get into later on in the game, my Firestorm basically destroyed every building that he was in. And I was like, okay, I need to win the activation and kill the building. I've done it. It was like, okay, I need to win the activation and I killed it. He went into the building, activation, killed it, literally. So we ended in a draw, but moral victory to Simon Hawke. So.
Me versus Mr. James Butterfingers. It was 13-7 to me. Game came down to one fortitude roll at the end of the game to see who win or loss. It was insane, utterly insane. Brilliant, brilliant though. 13-7. Good start. Good start. So it's going to be 2.
Two hits. I'm going to play one round.
Donkey this.
No, just one.
Okay, yeah, one.
So the other 2. 1 hit.
Yeah.
No damage.
So I kind of have no choice but to get out before they all die. Yes, I'm regretting that.
Okay, so that didn't kill him.
Like, you witness. You witness. You witness, you can't see I don't care.
It's trust me. Okay, over there, we're going to shoot a missile at the 3 riders. I need a 6. Okay.
I won my last game 14-6.
Yeah.
It was like me and Hawkshaw, we basically were on a training mission. We were firing rubber bullets at each other. And the only time that we went off the battlefield was to take refreshments from the hot summer weather. But it was good. It was quite actually bad. It was a really tactical game. But we just couldn't wound anything between us. It was like he shot his entire army at one squad of 3 riders and it's still there. It was like repair, he did some damage, repair, did some damage. There's one turn of shooting, he shot it with a whole squad of Valkyries, didn't do 1 damage. It's just like terrible. Thunderstorm, for instance, went to Sirens were in a building, 16 damage. Taking 16 damage, 14 left. Firestorm's got a good chance to take out the Sirens. For the wounding, I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3, so I did a total of 6. I was like, and that's the game that I've been playing, you know. I think it's like 400 kill points each aside, so not much was going on. Still lots and lots of medals on the field.
Really good. Yeah, it's 12-8 to me. Play a guy called George playing against his resistance. We both killed each other's commander because I failed all the passive saves in the world, and I won a quarter by 4 points in the end.
4 whole points.
Yeah, so I took 3/4, he took 1, and yeah, so I won that one. Yeah, and all contesting and all that sort of jazz. Right, yeah, really good. Looking forward to the next one.
I got mine second hand, £400. Yeah, without lenses, but. You carry on, you carry on. Okay. I want gaming shots.
I don't want you to be, put out in any way.
James. What? So if a dropship template, like.
Sorry, Joe. Yes, now the microphone is on. Yeah. How'd you do last game?
Not so good. 11-9 to Hawk James. For most of the game, I had pretty much control of the objectives for a while, but I just couldn't get them off the board. Sitting there like turn 5, middle of turn 5, with 2 objectives going. Right, how can I get these off the board? I've got a drew in front of me, and I was just like, I just couldn't work out the activations to get them off. And Hawk James was just planting all of his dropships around a Kraken, which at the end held 2 objectives, trying to run off of the board. And he was placing it here. I had to kill one thing, move a little bit, then something else landed there, and I was like, my brain. And well, 11-9 is still good. That's not a big loss. So good. Yeah, could have been better, but yeah, good end to the day, I guess.
Last game was really good. First turn I drew a secret entrance, which meant my Valkyries were in the central building first turn, which is always good. I was like, yes. As soon as it happened, I just knew it was going to go well. And yeah, so grabbed 2 objectives off. It was really, really pressure against the time there, because he had 2 Ocelots pounding my home building. So I had to get that out as quickly as possible, but thankfully his Ocelots fluffed up turn 2, so it gave me a little bit of breathing room, and eventually managed to grab both focal points off of him. One was a bit tight, but I managed to get there in the end with a quite brutal CQB between some Sirens, Valkyries and some Braves. So that got a bit messy in there. 16-4 to me, so yeah. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, good win.
Yeah, very good win.
So we've got recon first, yeah.
I wonder what the next one is.
I haven't actually asked, to be honest.
Good.
Didn't I do some damage to that one? The 2 damage with the
Yeah, that one, yeah.
If I had more scores than you, I could say I'm only going to defend with enough. Yeah, I'm not got a 11-9 against Hawk Louis. Turn 1 and 2, he managed to destroy a building containing a squad and another building this one. Game was recon, so you want to get as many infantry and buildings as possible. So straight away, first activation of turn 2, I'm 2 squads of infantry down. So I had to literally go for the central buildings before him to activate, because he had a double siren list who were literally going to come in and just ruin all my infantry, which they did. But I did get the search first, and then he then was, all guns blazing, going all the way from my home line of buildings that he hadn't destroyed, and there's me trying to kill the buildings before he can get there. And then I think we only got to like the end of turn 4 and we called it. So it was, 11. It was going to be our 11-9, 12-8. So it was quite a very battle. And I think it was he got like 580 kill points and I got 540. So there was no kill point bonus, but it was good. It was actually a good game. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was all right. It was a draw against Andrew Page. Unfortunately, just couldn't get to grips with his army. As most of it was sitting at the back of the board, blasting the snot out of the buildings I had. He had so much energy 10 just coming my way. He just kept doubling up on the buildings as well. So yeah, it was his building demo was doing very well. I lost all my infantry before the end of the game. including the Medusa. The Medusa was sat in a building which had 16 points remaining. I was trying to get intel, and first activation of the turn she was going to roll for it. He managed to do the 16 points in one battle group.
Ouch. One battle group.
Yep, and it went down like a sack of potatoes. And so 10-all, and final game I'm facing off against Simon's Resistance. So,
Table 1.
yay!
True. Okay. I will shoot a reaction.
Do you know what? That's fucking stupid. Let's go this way.
The last game of the day was I was on second table, military complex. We had playing against Shaltari. Couldn't get any initiative rolls for the first activation. So the first 3 turns he was controlling battlefield and managed to get into all of the buildings with all of the objectives. So I was like, okay, I have to now go and try and fight for these objectives. And being against Shaltari and Braves, I couldn't find 6s. So I think a squad of firstborns, I put up 58 attacks onto them, and I did cause 1 damage. But that was it. So it was a 15-5 to my opponent Andrew Page, but kill points. He managed to kill my Thunderstorm. In the last turns, I tried to shoot an objective, but he was like piggybacking all the way to the board edge back. Managed to try and kill that with my Thunderstorm, and he turned around and was like, aha, your Thunderstorm is now weak and can take damage, and got 300 extra kill points. So I was like, but so it was ended in 18-2. So
how many points you end up on?
40, about 46-ish, around 45, 46. I'm not too sure, yeah. But yeah, it's about 46. Was not good. So I've had 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. 1 loss was 11-9, and 1 loss was 18-2. So, but my wins weren't that great either. They were small, 12s and 11s. So not many points.
Unfortunately, an 8-point loss. So it's still a very close game, but it was mine to lose, unfortunately, which is really, really galling. I lost the Medusa to a big group of technicals when she should have just jumped into a building with an objective in it, which incidentally no one else went into the entire game. And Valkyries, which should have beaten up some fighters and some occupation vets, should have beaten them up, didn't quite beat them up as well as they could. And then the next combat, they failed all the saves they needed to, so I was left with 2 remaining, which isn't great. So there was, it was pretty okay. His luck was pretty average. Mine, unfortunately, was mostly average, except for some critical rolls, which really, really failed me. But still a good fun game. Yeah, it was just really galling to have had it in the bag and then lose it. So that's 8 points. That puts me on 49 points. So I'm not sure where that puts us in the rankings or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. Really good event. Really good tournament, really good location as well. If you're in this area, which South Wales or that sort of place, or Bristol, whatever, Firestorm Games, really good area, really good.
It's really, really big space.
Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely enormous. All right, cheers.
Got it.
Oh, the dating website for over 50s.
Oh,
That is grim.
That is, yeah.
tunes, but everyone knows their songs so popular.
Whole day to chill.
Indeed.
And then 2 days we're going to do the same thing again, right?
Yeah, it seems fun. Seems fun. See you later, Joe, man.